this message is just for you. You are good enough. This is the episode for you. What do you do when you're just lost? Completely and utterly lost in the pursuit of your big goal or just in life in general? Well, today I wanted to reach out to all of you who just have that nagging feeling that you're losing your way. Maybe your goals are changing, or maybe your circumstances are changing so fast that it feels like none of your old plans really fit anymore. Or maybe you've just hit the messy middle and it feels like things aren't going the way you wanted to anymore and you don't really know how to pivot in order to fix it. And one of the things that I've found in this position is that it really amplifies all the noise around you. Maybe it's the advice that people are giving you directly, but probably it's more likely that you're suddenly tuning into everything that everybody is saying around you. The stories that they're telling about themselves, the motivational quotes, all the conversations about making goals, being productive, and you're trying to apply it all to yourself and realizing all of it feels wrong. So it feels like the world is giving you advice, but everything just feels like the wrong advice for all these different reasons. And you're finding yourself mentally saying no to everything with no clue what to actually say yes to. And so it might feel like everybody, the wider world at large, is telling you, go back to your goals, go back to your values. But you're looking and your goals and your values are starting to feel hazy. Or maybe, and this was a really big one for me, maybe it feels like everyone is telling you, if you don't like the way things are, it's up to you to change them. And my word, I know the frustration that comes from hearing those words and internalizing them over and over again and thinking, I just have no idea where to start changing things. I have all of these emotions welling up inside me that want change so badly, but I've got no idea where to put my determination. I know I've got it in me to be relentless, but I have no idea at all what to be relentless at. And my goodness, it is exhausting. It is so hard when you don't know what to do next, when you don't even know what questions to ask, when you don't know what to type into Google. And it is so hard to feel like you're surrounded by advice when all of it feels so wrong. And so when we're in that place, how do we get unstuck? And I think for me, the answer is always this. Ask yourself the question, what can I do until I figure it out? Because I think up until now, when we're in that fog, it feels so scary that we've always dismissed those things we can just do for now as distractions from the so-called real problem of not having a long-term plan or strategy. But what if it's not a distraction? It might well be the thing that helps you on your way to actually getting that clarity. So maybe your next step shouldn't be to try to lift all the fog and carry on in perfect clarity. It might be that the next job on your to-do list is actually just to figure out what to do for the next little while. That one thing that maybe you can explore because it's interesting and it might be something that unsticks you. It might be looking at a person or a group of people that you really look up to and who are somewhere round about where you'd like to be, and looking into their journey, looking into the sorts of things that they've struggled with, the sort of path they took, and not necessarily trying to replicate it, But it might be that they have done something, or they've read something, or they know someone that can help you. It might also be giving it a bit of a break and focusing on an adjacent thing that you might be able to work in a little bit later when those feelings of just deer in the headlights have just waned a little bit. But whatever you do, language learners, promise yourself that you won't stay frozen where you are in the hopes that if you just puzzle it out long enough, you'll reach a conclusion. Because you might, but you also might not, and trying things out will probably get you there faster. It doesn't matter that you don't know what you're doing. Experiment, explore, read, ask questions, talk to people, reach out to other language learners. Just find that one thing that you're open to exploring. You don't need to be 100% enthusiastic about it. You definitely don't need to commit to doing it for months on end or doing hundreds of iterations of it. Just start there, maybe even for a couple of hours or an hour, a weekend, a week. And it will get clearer. And then slowly you can start returning back to the big question if you think, actually, it's leading me back here now. And finally, remember, every tiny thing you achieve today counts and every word matters. If you've got a question, if you're struggling, ask people. Let us unstick you. Put a message in the comments below and we'll see if anyone in the language community is having the same problems or has had the same problem before and might have something that they can suggest you try. I know it's tough to feel stuck, but you are not going to feel like this forever. It will get easier. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you back here tomorrow.